Singaporeans celebrate its nation's 52nd birthday, the community of Nee Soon South takes great pride and joy to lay out events that add sparkle to the commemorative spirit of progress in nation building, towards achieving peace, progress, and prosperity for the people. Led by Nee Soon GRC Grassroots Advisor and Member of Parliament Engineer Dr. Lee Biwa, a modest-sized group of grassroots leaders volunteer the precious time and resourceful services to front up organising and running meaningful programs and events for the residents. The exemplary sacrifice exudes genuine willingness and passion in what they do, and that makes them excellent role models for others with far lesser time to spare to contribute as well. I spoke with Advisor earlier on and asked her what she feels about her grassroots leaders, and this is what she had to say.
I became advisors to Nee Soon grassroots organizations 11 years ago. All these years, I have really seen the grassroots volunteers here go the extra mile. You overcome shyness to say hi to the residents. You sacrifice your time to organize events. And you were the first one who joined me to pick litter when everyone else said we were crazy. And you put in effort to learn about policies so you can provide useful information to residents. And you give me feedback on ground issues so I can bring it up with the agencies. I always say, together we can make a difference. And I would like to tell you today that together we have made a difference. And I hope you will keep making a difference together with me.
Hi everyone, my name is Ronnie, and I've been volunteering with Nee Soon South since I was 18, so it has been 8 years. Throughout the years, I actually realized that there are many people who are less fortunate than myself. So I thought that perhaps I can do something to actually help them. I guess the most memorable experience is where we actually organize a countdown event. So right before the countdown event actually started, it was raining really heavily throughout the day. And we actually have to move our logistics under the rain. And being a few at the Khatib court, it was really muddy and everyone was soaking wet, and we prayed really hard to actually hoping that the event would start without the rain.
Why do you think it is important for the younger generation to volunteer with the community?
So my name is Hazel Wong, and I've been volunteering since I was 15, which is 1 year ago. So in this 1 year, particularly, I've been helping out at Nee Soon South. So during this 1 year, I've done a lot of things, and as a volunteer, why would I want to step forward and come forward to volunteer as a 15-year-old? So I think it's very memorable. Like, as we grow up, we have a lot of experiences as a childhood. My childhood was pretty fun. I had a lot of fun experience, and it was pretty much I would call it a successful childhood. So as I grow up, I start to realize there are actually many problems in our society that we don't actually go and experience it because we are so protected by our parents. So I feel like stepping into NPS, we are actually like connecting to the rest of the society, getting to have a feel that the society is not always beautiful. There are people who are in need, and as people who are considered like not so in those situations, I feel that we have a responsibility as fellow Singaporeans to step in, help them, and probably bring them, and probably if possible help them to solve their situation and make them a better person also, just like us, and we can learn with them. So I am very glad for this experience.
Hi, I'm Beth Lau, and I recently just started volunteering at the Meet the People sessions at Nee Soon South. So what compelled me to join as a volunteer? Actually, for me, I always wanted to try and step up to do something, but then I never felt that there was a platform that allows students, so it was more for the adults or working class. But then you could say I kind of got scouted into helping out during house visits. So I decided to come down and try and see what I can contribute. And there are actually many things that I learned from this place, because for me, I would say that I grew up in a really protected childhood. Like, everyone that lives around me are relatively established people, and I've never actually interacted with people that live in HDBs, etc. So I thought this was a really good learning experience for me to come down and see what the real Singapore actually is. So from here, I really learned that a lot of people have their own stories and misfortunes that I'm actually not even aware about, and that problems that I don't even have are actually really significant for them, and they're actually fighting to solve these problems when I think that, oh, it's not even a problem, it's just given to me, right? So it really opened my eyes and helped me see the real world, and of course it taught me how to step up and how I can help and contribute to the society better.
My name is Evelyn. I'm from Zone G, chairperson of the RC. I would like to set up a young group of volunteers so that they could pay regular visits to the needy elderly home regularly. They can do it together with their parents, so that they can we can try to instill some the empathy, and also encourage them to spend their free times to check and understand the elderly's needs, rather on the gadgets like iPhones or that. Okay. I hope to see that my residents are happy and healthy, so they enjoy staying together in the same communities, and also they learn to take care of each other. Well, like the younger generations know how to take care of the elderly, and also the elder generations share their experience with the younger generations. And I believe this will happen.
Hi, I'm Sasi Kumar from Waterfront NC. I'm the chairperson of the NC. I think basically all of us know that we are nearing towards an older generation. So I think it's time for the younger generation who has benefited from our pioneers to come forward to do what is the best for the next generation. So it's by volunteering, I think is one of the best reason, also one of the best way to give back to the community.
Hi, I'm Cindy from Yishun Zone G. The younger generation has more ideas and they are up to date to technology. By engaging them, we can have more ideas from them.
Hi, I'm Irene Lee, 15 years of volunteering service with Nee-Soon South. I have also served 8 years in the WEC and became chairperson in 2016. Noticeably, I have seen more women step forward to volunteer their time and services, as well as more participants in the many activities that promote mutual interest within the female community. Popular events and activities such as Mother's Day celebration, baby show, children talent show, swimming, cooking, dancing, bridge walk, education talk, free haircut, and many others. I also sense greater satisfaction from participants at the outcome of these events and programs. It is increasingly difficult to attract volunteers to step forward these days, unless the present set of grassroots leaders work harder to address programs to interest the younger generation. Community buildings will be at risk of having continued leadership. Education and strong encouragement is definitely needed to cajole potential youngsters to step forward.
Congratulations, Mr. Chawang, on receiving the Community Long Service Award and for having contributed 20 years of service in Nee-Soon South. Can you share with us how you first got started with volunteering and what inspired you to continually give to the community?
I first started getting involved with community work as a 10-year-old, helping my parents and other volunteers prepare meals for hundreds of devotees at Pokasi Bright Hill Temple once a month. I was motivated then by the candy given out to us children. At 28, my good buddy roped me in to join his group, Help the Poor and Needy residing in the Red Hill area. There, we cleaned up and even painted some of the interiors of units that were really run down. Faulty light points were fixed and even went to the extent of replacing bug-infested beds. We will also present each senior and needy with a hamper during the festive season and take them to a Chinese restaurant for a hot meal treat. Etched deeply in my mind were the many faces showing gratitude and emotions like that of a parent meeting a long-lost son. It really felt good. Throughout this journey, my Buddhist learning and practice have made me want to do good for the sake and benefit of others. So with the blessings and support of our grassroots advisor and other grassroots leaders, we put our combined resources and effort together to start hot meals and traditional Chinese medicine programs for the needy and elderly in Nee Soon South. These programs still prevail today, and I rejoice the result of it benefiting so many people within and even outside the community. Amongst the many milestones, many interest groups were formed to promote focus activities to engage the diversity and appetite of different people. Time has changed. In the good old days, people have little to do after work, and so they look out for activities to participate in. Now we have a multitude and variety of activities that can occupy us 24/7. So it is quite easy to give the soft needs of the community the pass. With the aim of creating awareness and mindfulness towards the delicate nature of our society, inviting participants to experience firsthand the whys and hows of social bonding can open up hearts and minds to better realize our mutual stake in the community. Only with mutual respect and trust for one another can we then achieve a harmonious community, a common treasure worthy of preservation by each and every one of us. Happy birthday, Singapore.
Each year, the People's Association recognizes the services rendered by various grassroots leaders. The following individuals have been awarded the respective Long Service Awards, and they are...
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. to move it, move it. I like to move